Hey you guys, it's Marko Coconut. I'm happy to present you with a brand new guitar method called Strum and Sing, where I teach you to strum the guitar and sing at the same time. It starts out very simple with a strum on the one beat and what you would sing over that chord before it would change to another chord. Going into the next section, perhaps I'll add an extra strum or two. And by the end of the lesson, I'll have you strumming and singing in syncopation with the original recording. I'm tuned to A432, which is a little bit lower than standard tuning. A432 is a natural frequency found in Mother Nature, and I find that it's actually easier to sing a song that is tuned to A432. So here's a pitch for you, a reference pitch for you to tune along with. And for those of you watching the bonus footage, here is all 6 strings, starting with the high E string, which is all tuned to A432. B, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth, and the 6th or low E string. So let's get into Strum and Sing, Volume 1, Song 1. Every rose has its thorn. We both lie silently still in. We start out with the G chord. We both lie silently still in. We start out with the G chord, which is the first string, pinky, on the 3rd fret, second string, ring, on the 3rd fret, 3rd string is open, 4th string is open, 5th string index on the 2nd fret, 6th string middle finger on the 3rd fret. The melody simply sings the B note over and over. For reference, you could hit the 2nd string open, and this is the pitch for your B note. We both lie silently still in the... Next, we switch to a C add 9, which is just like the G, but you move your middle and index fingers down 1 string. Same frets, just 1 string down from the G. The other fingers remain the same. So the first string is the pinky on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, ring on the 3rd fret. 3rd string is open, 4th string, index on the 2nd fret. 5th string, middle finger on the 3rd fret. And you strum those 5 strings. Do not play the 6th string for the C add 9. So for our strumming pattern for the G, we're playing all 6 strings. And for the C add 9, eliminate the 6th string, move your fingers, and strum strings 5 through 1. We both lie silently still in the... When you switch to the C add 9 chord, all of the notes are G notes, which match the 3rd string open. Dead of the night. Okay, some tips for singing. When you're singing, you want to fill the bottom of your lungs first. Take a deep breath, fill from the bottom up, and let the air out slowly over your vocal cords as you're singing. We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. The chords repeat, but there are some extra notes added to build up the melody of the song. Over the G chord, we sing the B note for the most part. Both lie close, then drop to the A note for two, two, back to B for together, together, both lie close together. So this time over the G chord we sing, both lie close together, we feel, and then back to the C add 9, singing mostly the G note, miles apart in, down to E, side, and then back to G. I'd. So inside is sung as 3 syllables. Inside was it, both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside was it. We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it? Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? So now we'll pick up the pace and strum a little bit more frequently. As I said at the beginning, we'll start out really slow, usually only strumming once every time a chord changes. So as we learn more parts to the song, we'll start strumming more, and this will help beginners ease into the ability to strum and sing more naturally. So now over the G chord, we're strumming and singing something I said. It's a higher pitch, singing the D note for something I said. Something I said, up to E for or. Was it something I said or? Then C add 9, something I did my, and these are all G notes. All G notes for words not come, and then out is an E note. Did my words not come out? C add 9, and we go down to the G note again, 3rd string open. Right, Tho I, and here we switch to a D, changing from the C add 9, move your index finger down to the 1st string, 2nd fret. Your ring stays put on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Your middle finger moves to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and the 4th string is open. Though I tried not to hurt you, though I... Here the melody is A, G, B, A, G, E. Tried not to hurt you, though I... Next is the C chord. 1st string open, 2nd string, index on the 1st fret. 3rd string is open, 4th string middle on the 2nd fret, 5th string is ring on the 3rd fret. Though I tried, well, I guess that's why they say. So over the C chord, sing a G pitch. Tried, well, I guess that's why they say. So altogether, the bridge to the chorus is, was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, well, I guess that's why they say. On to the chorus. Every rose has its thorn. The chorus uses the same chords that we've already learned, starting with G. We sing, every rose has its, to C add 9, singing thorn. Just like, back to G. Every night has its, C add 9, dawn. Just like, so all together. Every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy. So for the turnaround, we go from the G, every, to D. Cowboy sings a C, sad, sad, back to G. Song, every rose has its thorn, to a C for the thorn. Every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. All right, so now that we've learned the meat of the song, I have a warm-up that I recommend that you use every day before you practice the song, starting with the chords in the order that we've learned them. We've got the G, the C add 9, D, and the C. So you could play those forward, backward, just to get in the hang of changing the chords. Okay, do you have any chords that are giving you trouble? If so, here's a little exercise that I've used for myself and for students. Let's say you're having trouble with the D chord. Simply make the D chord exercise using every other chord that you know, throwing D in the middle. So you start with the D, switch to G, back to D, C add 9, back to D, the C chord, and on and on. You could do this practices when you're watching TV, if you're doing something that doesn't require the use of your hands. You don't necessarily have to strum. You could just change the chords, make sure you're getting the fingering right, and it's a good exercise just while you're watching the news or cartoons or something and you just want to practice changing those chords. It just helps you get there quicker. Okay, timing is of the utmost importance in music. So every rose has its thorn is in 4/4 timing. So a basic exercise would be to practice strumming on the 1, holding for beats 2, 3, 4, and then switch chords. So you got G, 2, 3, 4, C add 9, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for you beginners, you may want to change your chords early. So for example, you'll strum on the 1 and start moving your fingers around the 2 or 3 beat to get to that next chord. And that's okay at first. The main thing is you want to stay on a steady beat and be right there on the 1 count. Okay, so if that's the case, if you're not changing quickly enough, you don't want to delay the song. You just want to kind of keep things moving. So you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and eventually you'll get to the point where you're changing the chords more quickly and more fluently. Okay, we also have a scale that we could use, starting with the lowest note that we sang to the highest note that we sang. So the lowest pitch note that we sang was the D, which is the 4th string open. Next is an E, which is the 4th string 2nd fret. G is on the 3rd string open. A, 3rd string 2nd fret. The B note, 2nd string open, D on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and the E note is the highest pitch that we sang so far, which is the 1st string open. So we've got D, E, G, A, B, D, E. You can play that forward and backwards. Okay, now an excellent exercise is to practice singing those scale notes as a warm-up before you try to sing the song. If you're going on stage, you want to do this as well. This is what the pros do to warm up before they get out there and sing for people in the crowd. So you would start low, and it's basically going to stretch your vocal cords from the lowest spectrum to the highest spectrum of this song that you're going to sing. You'd start with the D. So from low to high, and then high to low. Get a nice deep breath. Remember I said earlier, fill up those lungs from the bottom up. And let the air out as slowly as possible to keep your the notes coming out smoothly and fluently. A great exercise is to go through the vowels. So with this this D to E scale, you'll start with maybe the A vowel. A, and then down in pitch. A, E, E, I, O, and U. So again, letting out as little air as possible, and without straining, you'll get a much bigger, fuller sound. That's going to sound better to you and to your audience. Another tip for singers, if you're going to be singing into a microphone, practice with a microphone. I've got earbuds in in-ear monitors, so I'm hearing what I'm singing the whole time. If you're going to be just singing around a campfire, don't worry about it. Just, practice singing without a microphone. But there is a little slight millisecond delay when you're singing into a microphone, so that's why I say if you are going to be an electric singer or an amplified singer, you definitely want to practice this way, because trust me, the first time you get in front of a microphone, if you've just been practicing acoustically, it's going to blow you away. You're going to lose your timing, you're going to lose your pitch in some cases, so practice the way that you intend to perform. I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. For the second verse, we're going to strum on every beat. So starting with the G chord, strum on 1, 2, 3, 4, then switch to the C add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could practice that as just a guitar exercise, and then when you get the hang of that beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add the lyrics to it. I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say there's a game of easy come and easy go. But let's slow that down as an exercise. Deep breath, fill up the bottom of the lungs. I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say there's a game of easy come and easy go. But Next is the bridge to the chorus, and we strum the chords, or we change the chords more frequently. So we're going to strum G for the counts 1, 2, then strum C add 9 for 3, 4. G, 2, C add 9, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, add the lyrics. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? And you put it all together so far, we have I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say there's a game of easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? Which brings us to the D. And I know that you'd be here right now if I... So that D chord, we're going to strum it in time. I know that you'd be here right now if I, to the C, could let you know somehow, I guess. The chorus is going to be the same melody and chords but from before, but this time we're going to strum on the quarter notes. I guess every road rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I could still feel so much pain. So after the second chorus, we change things up a bit, and we go to the bridge, starting with an E minor chord. The E minor is the first string open, second string open, third string open, fourth string middle finger on the second fret, fifth string index finger on the second fret, and the sixth string is open. Though it's been and to D, while now I can, C chord, still feel so much to G, pain. Now here we walk down from the G chord to the F sharp bass note on the sixth string second fret. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. And then repeat E minor. Like the knife that to D cuts you, the wound heals, C. But the scar, and then stay on C. That scar remains. For our strumming exercise here, we're going to strum triplets. So our count is now going to be 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. So for the E minor, we strum down on 1 and hold it for and. Then strum down, up, down for the counts 2 and a. 1 and 2 and a. Switch to D for 3 and 4 and a. C for 1 and 2 and a. Then for G, just hit the low note on the sixth string with a downstroke. Then up on the high strings, maybe the first 2 or first 3 strings of that chord. Drop down to the F sharp bass note, strum down on the F sharp, and then up on the high strings for the rest of the chord. So the count there is going to be 3 and 4 and. So all together we got 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and a, 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and. And then repeat. 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and a, 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and. Put the vocals over it. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. Like the knife that cuts you, the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. More in time with the song. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. Like the knife that cuts you, the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. In music, silence is our canvas, and sometimes what we don't play is just as important as what we do play, and Bret Michaels and Poison definitely use that to a dramatic effect going into the third verse of Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Here we're counting 16th notes, so we're counting 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So coming into the third verse off of that C add 9 chord, you don't strum the 4 beat, but you do strum E and a, then a quick change to the G for the 1. Hold for 2, 3, 4, strumming E and a, quick change to C add 9. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a, 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a, 1. So let's put that all together as a exercise, just practicing the change for a moment We're coming off the C add 9, don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, E and a 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 1. Now we'll add the lyrics coming in off of the C add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I could have saved our love that night if I'd known what to say. Instead of making love, we both made our separate ways. The rest of the chords will strum 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a. If you want to sound more like the original, don't strum on E after 2 or the E after 4. I'll slow it down for you. 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a. I hear you found somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, and to see you cuts me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. And the big ending coming off that C, or if you're playing the C add 9, which is acceptable as well, is the 6th string open to the 2nd fret, 5th string open, 4th string open, back to the 6th string open, and then end on a full G chord. You guys, it's been a wonderful opportunity to teach you. Keep coming back and keep the feedback coming in. Go to markococonut.com. Let me know what songs you'd like to hear next. I've got my set list right up there that I play live when I'm on tour. A lot of songs. So let me know what you'd like to see up here next, and I'll get on it. Share the love. Send this to people that you know who are learning to play guitar or learning to sing, or both. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new song. Life, love, and music, baby.